What's up YouTube, it's Hayato YDO here, and today I'll be showing you guys my April mail day. Now let's get right into it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 packages, 1 letter box. Now let's get into the first express post letter. It's got sealed air. Let's unbox it. First card is Iron Thunder. So we got 3 copies of Iron Thunder from Phantom Nightmare. I got them from Nakijo. Counter Trap, Iron Thunder. When a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated on the field, pay half your life points, negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. Then destroy any other cards in the same column that the destroyed card was in, that are in the main monster or spell and trap zones. So I got this card for $7 each, so $20.97 for the set, $9 for the shipping, so $29.97 in total. I'm pretty sure I got it for half price. Okay, let's leave them up. I had to use Dragon Shield Silver Mates because my white mates were already used up, so I had to use silvers until I go to like the shops to buy another packet. Cause these sleeves retail for like $14 or $12 each if you go to like Good Games and stuff. Okay, next package is from Facebook. Okay, let's just get rid of this white tape first. So first card is Nemesis Corridor, level 4 win, Thunder effect. You can target one of your banished monsters except Nemesis Corridor, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, shuffle that target into the deck. You can target one of your banished Nemesis monsters except Nemesis Corridor added to your hand. You can only use each effect of Nemesis Corridor once per turn. 1900 attack, 600 defense. And the other card is Nemesis Flag, level 2 fire power effect. You can target one of your banished monsters except Nemesis Flag, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, add one Nemesis. And if you do shuffle that target into the deck during your main phase, you can add one Nemesis monster from your deck to your hand, except Nemesis Flag. You can only use each effect of Nemesis Flag once per turn. 1100 attack, 200 defense. So I got these two for I got one for like $10 and the other one for like 15, so like 25. Pretty sure the corridor is like the more expensive one because of the unban of Colossus, because this card would like generically summon it in like any deck. Like in Master Duel, people would run it just to turbo Colossus if they're running Pit Knight. Where is it? Pit Knight? Yeah, Pit Knight early. Pretty sure. Wait, no, Pitch Knight something. Archer, I think. Pitch Knight Archer. The Fairy level 4. So you'd search like Corridor and then summon Colossus, which is what people were doing on the OCG and Master Duel. So let's go into the next track parcel. This guy's terraforming. I got this one on Facebook as well. It's super rare from Astral Pack. Let's just leave it off first. Astral Pack 1. Add one field spell card from your deck to your hand. So it's a generic field spell searcher. So I got this card for $4 and $5 for shipping, so $9 in total. It's US print, unfortunately. And luckily for me, I managed to find someone at locals at a Europrint, so I just bought it off him for like $4, I'm pretty sure. It was very cheap, he sold it to me. So basically that's just one of my spares now that I just keep in my bulk. So the next card is Aura Meteor Burst Dragon. Level 7 Fire Dragon Synchro effect. 1 Shina plus 1 or more non-Shina monsters. When this card is special summoned, you can target one card in your Pendulum Gem, special summon it. Also, this card cannot attack for the rest of his turn. You can only use this effect of Aura Meteor Burst Dragon once per turn. Monsters in your opponent's position cannot activate their effects during the battle phase. 2500 attack, 2000 defense. So I got this card from an auction in Australia, and I paid $4 and $5 for the shipping, so $9 in total. The reason why I got it is because you can summon it off Orai's Pentium Graph Dragon, the ritual that's played on Voiceless Voice. So you'd use the spell negate of the Orais to like hit like Sangen Summoning or Sangen Kaiman, and then you'd summon this from the extra deck. So it's primarily just for like Voiceless Voice to counter the Tenpai matchup, basically. So next parcel is a big parcel that I got from a seller on Facebook, which is a full decor I bought. Nice part is the guy shipped it and it arrived within 1 day, which is crazy. So he shipped on like Thursday and I received it on Friday. Yeah, I had such a hard time opening this. It was because I rarely get parcel box mail. There we go, finally. Here, adjust my Spellground Classic. So let's get it out of the aluminium foil. So IKEA uh, glad wrap. Got one card that was an addition he gave me for free, which is nice. Okay. Get those scissors out. So it's Pokemon. Some crazy security. It makes sense because I spent a lot for this package, for this stuff. Got first, got Doolittle Chimera. Fire Link to Beast Link effect, 2 fire monsters. All fire monsters on the field gain 500 attack or defense. Also, all water monsters on the field lose 400 attack or defense. If this card is destroyed by battle card effect, you can target one fire monster in the graveyard, add to your hand. You can only use this effect of Dual Little Chimera once per turn. 1400 attack. Link to fire from Expo. So I got him for free because I needed it for one variant that I got with the core. Because originally he didn't include it into the listing. So I asked him if he also had this card in addition because I don't have this card. Oh, I can't be bothered checking my bulk. Just trying to separate all the cards accordingly to the variants. Okay, first up we got 3 Snake Eyes Ash. Level 1 Fire Pyro effect from Age of Overlord. If this card is normal spell summon, you can add 1 level 1 fire monster from your deck to your hand. You can send 2 face-up cards that you control to the graveyard, including this card special, 1 Snake Eye monster from your hand or deck except Snake Eyes Ash. You can only use each effect of Snake Eyes Ash once per turn. 800 attack, 1000 defense. So it's the start of the deck. And I was just checking if I should sleeve them up, but he ended up using the exact same inner sleeves as me, so I didn't have to bother doing it. So at the start of the deck. Next we have 2 copies of Snake Eyes Poplar. Level 1 Fire Power effect from Phantom Nightmare. If this card is added to your hand except by drawing it, you can spell summon this card. If this card is normal spell summon, you can add 1 Snake Eye spell or trap from your deck to your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 fire in your graveyard, place it face up on its owner's spell trap zone as a continuous spell. You can only use each effect of Snake Eyes Poplar once per turn. 700 attack, 200 defense. So essentially you search him off Snake Eyes Ash and then you summon it. Next is the brick for the deck. 2 Snake Eyes Flambeau Dragon, level 8 fire dragon effect. You can target 1 face-up monster on the field or in either graveyard, place it face-up in its own spell and trap and spell as a continuous spell. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can target 1 monster card treated as a continuous spell on the field, spell summon to your field. If this card is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you can spell summon 2 level 1 fire monsters from your graveyard. You can only use each effect of Snake Eyes Flambeau Dragon once per turn. 3000 attack, 2500 defense, so it's like Blue Eyes stats. He's basically a soul charge for the deck. Next is 3 copies of Snake Eyes Oak, which is he's basically a pseudo brick. So it's like Tempire Dragon Fadra. So Snake Eyes Oak, level 1 fire, power effect. If this card's normal spell summon, you can target one of your level 1 fire monsters that is banished or in your graveyard, either add it to your hand or spell summon it. You can send 2 face-up cards you control to the graveyard, including this card, specify 1 Snake Eye monster from your hand or deck, except Snake Eyes Oak. You can only use each effect of Snake Eyes Oak once per turn. 900 attack, 200 defense. Next we got 3 Snake Eyes Birch. Level 1 fire power effect. If you control a fire monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Snake Eyes Birch once per turn this way. During your opponent's turn quick effect, you can send 2 face-up cards you control the graveyard, including this card, special summon 1 Snake Eye monster from your hand or deck, except Snake Eyes Birch. You can only use this effect of Snake Eyes Birch once per turn. 0 attack, 2100 defense. So it says extender for the deck, and he has effect during the opponent's turn, so instead of during your turn to send. But people rarely played him. Okay, next is the trap. Sinful Spoils of Betrayal Silvera. Send 1 DBL star monster from your hand or face-up field to the graveyard, then target 1 face-up card on the field negates effects. When your opponent activates a card effect in response to a DBL star monster's effect or a Sinful Spoils spell and trap card or effect activation, you can banish this card from your graveyard and negate that monster's effect. You can only use 1 Sinful Spoils of Betrayal Silvera effect per turn and only once that turn. So it's basically like a Evil Zor Laws. And it's like a negate in the grave, which could be nice in certain scenarios. For like killing board breaker cards. Sinful Spoils of Subversion Snake Eye. Secret from June. Target 1 face-up monster on the field, place it face-up in his owner's spell and trap zone as a continuous spell. You can only activate 1 Sinful Spoils of Subversion Snake Eye per turn. It's a spell card that is like a tech, essentially. People don't run it much. But you could place like Appaloosa, both the goddess. So next we have 3 copies of Diabellstar, the Black Witch. Level 7 Dark Spellcaster effect from Agov, Age of Overlord. You can spell summon this card from your hand by sending 1 card from your hand or field to the graveyard. You can only spell summon Diabellstar the Black Witch once per turn this way. You can only use each of the following effects of Diabellstar the Black Witch once per turn. If this card is normal spell summon, you can set 1 Sinful Spoils spell trap directly from your deck. During your opponent's turn, if this card is sent from the owner's hand or field to the graveyard, you can send 1 face-up card from your hand or field to the graveyard, and if this spell summon this card. 2500 attack, 2000 defense. So this is your additional starter into the Snake Eyes line. So it's an additional engine, which is nice because if your Ash gets negated, you can use her. So in the Ash, set the so we got 3 copies of Wanted Seeker, Wanted Seeker of Sinful Spoils from Agov. Add 1 Diabellstar monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 of your Sinful Spoils spell and traps that's banished in your graveyard except Wanted Seeker of the Sinful Spoils. Place it in the bottom of the deck, then draw 1 card. You can only use each effect of Wanted Seeker of Sinful Spoils per turn. So this is an additional rotor for the deck. So next we got the other rotor. 3 copies of Bonfire. Ultra rare from Maze of Millennium. Add 1 level 4 lower power monster from your deck to your hand. You can only activate 1 Bonfire per turn. So this card is probably the expensivest among all the cards that I bought in this deck core. Because they were like, I think like 120-ish I got for the playset. But I bought everything all together, so I can't really calculate in total. I have to check later on. Next we got 2 copies of the field spell, Divine Temple with the Snake Eye spell card. Ultra from Agov. When this card is activated, you can place one Snake Eye monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in its owner's spell trap, known as a continuous spell. Level 1 fire monsters you control gain 1100 attack. Once per turn, if your opponent normally spell summons a monster except during damage step, you can tie one monster card on the field, treat it as a continuous spell, spell summon it to your field. You can only activate one Divine Temple of Snake Eye per turn. So you can search this card of Poplar and activate it to place like Flamberge or Snake Eyes Dear Bellstar. And for the last two Sinful Spore cards we have Original Sinful Spore Snake Eye from Agov. Send one other face-up card you control to the graveyard, specify one level 1 fire monster from your hand or deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target one Snake Eye or Dear Bellstar monster in your graveyard. Add one level 1 fire from your deck to your hand, then place the targeted monster on the bottom of the deck. You can only use one Original Sinful Spore Snake Eye effect per turn and only once that turn. So you can search this card also of Poplar and set it off Dear Bellstar or Black Witch, which bridges you into summoning Snake Eyes Ash or Snake Eyes Oak or Birch. Next we got four copies of the links. So first we got Amphibious Swarm Ship, Ambler Whale, Fire from Dane, Dark Neostorm, Machine Link Effect. 2 effect monsters, gains 200 attack for each link monster in graveyards. You can only use each of the following effects to Amphibious Swarms Ship, Ambler Whale once per turn. If this card is destroyed, you can target one level 3 or lower monster in either graveyard spell summon it. If a link 3 or lower monsters on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, destroy one card on the field. 2600 attack, link 4. So it's a promo card from a sneak peek set. This is a card you don't play in the pure version, but I'm pretty sure people did during the beginning of this deck, like pre-Phantom Nightmare, because there was no Poplar back then, so it wasn't solved. And this one's usually played in a different variant of Snake Eye. Next is Salamangreat Raging Phoenix, link 4, Cyber's Link Effect. This card goes for like 60 each, because it only has one printing at the moment. I have like 2 more for my Salamangreat deck, because I got them for like 30 each when they came out. For my Salamangreat deck during August last year. Pretty sure this was my 4th copy, so I ended up selling it for like around the same price. So Salamangreat Raging Phoenix, Cyber's Link Effect, 2 fire effect monsters. If this card is link summoned using Salamangreat Raging Phoenix as material, you can add one Salamangreat card from your deck to your hand. If a face-up fire monsters you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can target one of your other monsters, spell summon this card, and if you do, this card gains attack equal to that monster's attack. You can only use each effect of Salamangreat Raging Phoenix once per turn. 2800 attack, link 4. Next is World Sea Dragon Zealantis. Let's leave it up first. Secret Rare from Darkwing Blast, Sea Serpent Link Effect. 2 effect monsters. You can only control one effect monster. You can only control one World Sea Dragon Zealantis. You can only use each of the following effects of or Sea Dragons Atlantis once per turn. During your main phase, you can banish all monsters in the field, then special summon as many as possible as monsters that were banished by this effect in its owner's field face up or in face down defense position. During the battle phase quick effect, you can destroy cards on the field up to a number of calling monsters in the field. 2500 attack, link 4. So this card, along with Phoenix, and the next card has like an OTK that you can do. This card is Promethean Princess Bestow of Flames. Link 3, 2700 attack, Fiend Link effect. 2 effect monsters. You cannot special monsters except fire monsters. You can only use each of the following effects of Promethean Princess Bestow of Flames once per turn. During your main phase, you can special summon fire monster from your graveyard. If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field while this card is in your graveyard except during the damage step, you can tie 1 fire monster you control and 1 fire monster your opponent controls. Destroy them, and if you do, special summon this card. Okay, so the next variant will be the Fire King variant. So we got three copies of Sacred Fire King Garunix. Live Wait Fire Wing Beast effect. If your monsters that was originally fire is destroyed by battle card effect, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, or if it was there when the monster is destroyed, or hand even if you're not. This card is almost special summon. You can destroy 1 fire beast or a winged beast monster in your hand, deck, or face up field except Sacred Fire King Garunix, and if you do, this card gains attack equal to half the destroyed monster's attack if you had there until the end of this turn. You can only use each effect of Sacred Fire King Garunix once per turn. 2700 attack, 1700 defense. So it's one of the bricks for the Fire. It's one of the pseudo bricks for the Fire King Snake Eye variant. Next we got 3 copies of Fire King High Avatar Kirin. Level 8 Fire Beast effect. During the main phase, if this card is in your hand, quick effect, you can destroy 1 other fire monster in your hand or face up field if you disperse summon this card. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Fire King monster from your hand or graveyard except Fire King High Avatar Kirin. Then you can destroy 1 card in the field. You can only use each effect of Fire King High Avatar Kirin once per turn. 2400 attack, 200 defense. So it's basically the Shavlara for the deck. Non-targeting, which is pretty crazy. And when it dies, it can reborn and do a non-destruction pop in the field. So I still got 2 or 3 of the variant. I like running 3 to be honest. So I got 3 copies of Fire King Sanctuary, ultra rare. When this card is activated, you can place 1 Fire King Island from your deck face up in your field zone. Once per turn, if a card in your field zone would be destroyed by a card effect, you can destroy 1 fire monster in your hand or face up field instead. Once per turn, if your opponent special summons a monster, you can immediately after this effect results exceeds 1 fire exceeds link monster using only Fire King monsters you control. You can only activate 1 Fire King Sanctuary per turn. So use this to search off Aurora for the deck and to place the island, the field spell. So you got 3 copies of Fire King Skyburn, quick effect, super. Target an equal number of Fire King monsters you control and cards your opponent controls, destroy them. If a Fire King monsters you control will be destroyed by card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. You can only use 1 Fire King Skyburn effect per turn and only once that turn. So it's a searcher removal and has destruction protection in the graveyard. Next we got 3 copies of Fire King Island. Field spell common. If this face-up kind of field zone is sent to the graveyard or banished, you can destroy all monsters you control. You can only use 1 of the following effects of Fire King Island per turn, and only once that turn. During your main phase, you can destroy 1 monster in your hand or field, and if you do, add 1 Fire King monster from your deck to your hand. If you control no monsters, you can specify 1 Fire King Wing Beast monster from your hand. So next we got the rotor for the deck. 3 copies of legendary Fire King Ponix. Level 1 Fire Wing Beast effect. If you have monsters that was originally fire destroyed by battle card effect, you can spare summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal spare summon, you can add 1 Fire King Spirit Trap from your deck to your hand. During the next standby phase, after this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, add this card from the graveyard to your hand. You can only use each effect of legendary Fire King Ponix once per turn. 500 attack, 200 defense. So essentially with the Snake Eyes engine, you can summon it off Sinful Spore Snake Eye, or search it off Snake Eyes Ash. Next you got the Xyz for the deck. Garunix Eternity Hyang of the Fire King, Power Xyz effect. 2 plus level 8 monsters. If this card is Xyz summon, you can destroy all other monsters on the field. You can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 spell and trap card on the field, destroy it, and if you do, this card gains 500 attack. If this card is destroyed while it has material, you can spell summon 5 King monsters from your graveyard up to the number of materials this card had. You can only use each effect of Garunix Eternity Hyang of the Fire Kings once per turn. 3000 attack, 2000 defense. So you can summon this off during your opponent's turn if you have Sanctuary, and you got like Kieran and Garunix, so you actually summon this as another interruption. Next we got Onslaught of Fire Kings, common. If only your opponent controls a monster, specify 1 Fire Beast or a Winged Beast from your deck, but its effects are negated. Also destroyed during the end phase. You can only activate 1 Onslaught the Fire Kings per turn. That's a common, which originally was a super in the original Fire King structure deck, which I bought when I was 13 or 12, which was like 10 years ago. Next we got 3 copies of Fire King Avatar Rangabal. Base Warrior effect level 4 fire. If a face-up Fire King monsters you control is destroyed by a card effect, except during the damage step, you can spare summon this card from your hand. When a spell trap card or effect is activated while this card is on the field, quick effect, you can negate the activation if you to destroy 1 other fire monster in your hand or graveyard. In your hand or face-up field, you can only use each effect of Fire King Avatar Rangabal once per turn. 1600 attack, 200 defense. So that's basically the spell negate version of Barong. So we got Fire King Avatar Barong, level 4 fire, Beast Warrior effect. If a face-up Fire King monsters you control is destroyed by card effect, except during the damage step, you can spell summon this card from your hand. Once per turn during the next standby phase, after this card is destroyed by card effect and sent to the graveyard, add 1 Fire King card from your deck in your hand, except Fire King Avatar Barong. 1800 attack, 200 defense. Oh, sorry, that's I meant Avada, not Barong. Barong's like the next turn rotor. So you can search Kieran off it. Circle the Fire King's common. Target one fire monsters you control and one fire monsters in the graveyard. Destroy the monster you control, and if you do, special summon the other monster from your graveyard. You can only activate one Circle the Fire Kings per turn. Next we have Fire King Avatar Kieran level 3 Beast Effect. If a face-up Fire King monsters you control is destroyed by card effect except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can send one fire monster from your deck to your graveyard. 1000 attack, 200 defense. It's basically like the original version of Kieran. Next we got the last card for the deck. 3 copies of Fire King Avatar Vada, level 4 Fire Beast Warrior effect. When a monster effect is activated while this monster is on the field, quick effect, you can negate the activation and destroy one other fire monsters in your hand or face up field. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Fire Beast, Beast Warrior, Winged Beast monster in the graveyard except Fire King Avatar Vada. Special summoned by negated effects and also destroyed during the end phase. You can only use each effect of Fire King Avatar Vada once per turn. 1800 attack, 200 defense. So it's a monster negate, so like out nib for the Viking variant. Next we go on to the Rescue Ace variant. Starting off, 3 copies of Rescue Ace Turbulence, level 8 Fire, super rare from Maze of Millennium. Machine effect, you can banish 2 Rescue Ace cards from your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. During the main phase, you can set up to 4 Rescue Ace quick play spells or normal traps with different names directly from your deck. If another card you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effects except during the death step, then you can target one card on the field destroyed. You can only use each effect to Rescue Ace Turbulence once per turn. 3000 attack, 3000 defense. This card's insane in OCG because it plays well against Max C, which is why this variant's like doing the best over there. And it sets 4 cards, which is crazy. Next we got 3 copies of Rescue Ace Impulse. Which probably costs the most among the Rescue Ace variants of this core I got. Cause they usually go for like 10 or 15 each. Because it hasn't had a reprint yet. Rescue Ace Impulse, level 3 Warrior effect. From AMD, so OG print. During your main phase, you can choose the one effect monster your opponent controls with the highest attack, your choice if tied, and neither player can activate that monster's effects on the field this turn. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field quick effect, you can tribute this card from your hand or face up field, specimen one machine Rescue Ace monster from your deck. You can only use each effect to Rescue Ace Impulse once per turn. 1500 attack, 1500 defense. So this card was also played in Going Second Labyrinth as a tech. So you could summon the rare card. I forgot the name, but you summon him, draw 2, discard 1. So next we got 2 copies of Rescue Ace Hydrant, which is the card you can summon of Sinful Spoil Snake Eye. So I got super rare from Maze of Millennium. This current Hydrant costs a lot because it didn't have a reprint, but after the reprint they went down so much. So machine effect level 1 Rescue Ace Hydrant from Maze of Millennium. While you control a risky ace monster other than rescue ace hydrant, your opponent's monsters cannot target this card for attacks. Also, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. You can only use each of the following effects of risk ace hydrant once per turn. You can activate a quick play spell, a trap, or trap card that was set by the effect of risk ace card the turn it was set. During your main phase, you can add one risk ace monster from your deck to your hand. 0 attack, 0 defense. Next we got 3 copies, so 2 supers, 1 common from OTS 23 or 22. Yeah, 23, the red one. So it's the extender for the deck and also can reborn a banished card. I'm pretty sure it's a book on Moon as well. There we go, Risk Ace Preventer. Super Machine Effect. You can banish one Risk Ace card from a graveyard, spell summon this card from your hand. If you control another Risk Ace monster quick effect, you can target one effect once your opponent controls, change it to face and defense position. If this card is sent to a graveyard, you can target one of your banished Risk Ace monsters except a level 8 monster, spell summon it. You can only use each effect the Risk Ace Preventer once per turn. So 2800 shock, 2800 defense. Next we got the limited one-off that used to be a free of. But I got hit in the ban list to one. So we got a Rescue Ace Airlifter. Rescue Ace Airlifter, level 4 fire. Warrior effect. If this card's normal spell summon, you can add one Rescue Ace spell from your deck to your hand. When your opponent's monster effect on the field is activated, quick effect, you can tribute this card from your hand or face up field, spell summon Rescue Ace monster from your hand except Rescue Ace Airlifter. You can only use each effect of Rescue Ace Airlifter once per turn. 1700 attack, 1700 defense. So he's just the other roller for the deck, but he can search this spell and traps instead of monsters. And finally, for the monsters, we got Rescue Ace, Aircraft, I think. Let me check. Sorry, Rescue Ace Fire Attacker, Machine Effect, level 6. If a Rescue Ace monster is normally spell summoned to your field, except Rescue Ace Fire Attacker, except during damage step, you can spell summon this card from your hand. If a card is added to your opponent's hand, except by drawing it, quick effect, you can draw 2 cards, discard 1 card. You can only use each effect once per turn. So 2700 attack, 1700 defense. So that's the one you summon off Impulse during your opponent's turn. So it's like a Phantasme or Mochami, Perulia. Next we got the field spell for the deck, Rescue Ace HQ. Super from OTS 21. Spell card. When your opponent controls a monster or risk case monsters you control, again 500 attack or defense. During your main phase, you can normal summon one risk case monster in addition to your normal summon or set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. Once per turn, you can target 4 of your risk case cards that's banished in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck and draw 1 card. So it's Shove, Avarice plus a double summon for the deck. Next we got Quick Play Spell Rescue Rare from Mason Millennium. This card is always treated as a risk case card. Target one risk case monster in a graveyard, or if you control risk case Hydrant, you can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard instead. Special summon it to your field. You can activate one risky per turn. Next we got Alert from Mason Millennium. Rare. This card is always treated as a risk case card. Add one risk case monster from your from your graveyard to your hand. Or if you control risk case Hydrant, then you can add one risk case monster from your deck to your hand instead. You can only activate one alert per turn. Next we got 3 copies of Emergency. The E-Tally for the deck. Quick emergency spell card from Mace Millennium. This card is always treated as a risk case card. Specify one risk case monster from your deck in defense positions and tribute one risk case monster from your hand or field. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard and target one risk case trap in your graveyard. Set it. You can only use the effect of emergency per turn. So I unfortunately got the rares, but I got 2 super rares. I need to go look for one more super rare. So that we got 2 traps left. Extinguish. This card is always treated as a risk case card. If your opponent controls a risk case monster, if you control a risk case monster, you target one effect monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Then if you currently control risk case Hydrant, your opponent can activate the effects of that activated monster on the field. Last you got Contain. This card is always treated as a risk case card. If you control a risk case monster, target one effect monster your opponent controls this turn. That effect monster cannot attack, also its effects are negated. If you control a risk case Hydrant and Resolution of the Chain, that monster cannot be used as material for Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link Summon this turn. So the other ones are pop. This one's an Imperm. I'm pretty sure the only ultra for the these 4 bricks for the deck is Alert. I think it's an ultra rare, so I need to grab that. Kind of do want to get ultra rare Turbulences and Hydrants because the next ban list they might hit the consistency of the deck, or they might ban like Flamberge or something. Hopefully not, because I like Snake Eyes. It's a nice deck. Well, yeah, if they end up doing the same thing as OCG, we're probably gonna move on to the Rescue Ace variant. Or if during Rage of the Abyss format, if the other more chummy card becomes too powerful, people are probably gonna opt to play this variant over it. Because the maximum you can give them is like maybe like 2 or 1. Plus this variant's better at playing through hand traps like Vela, Imperm, Ash. Especially targeting cards. Okay, that's done. Okay, so I paid let's see if I power them up first. Funny enough, to this day I still haven't played the Riskiest variant. I've only played the Fire King variant once, and I regret not playing it as much because I thought it wasn't good because of the amount of bricks you have to play, like 5 to 6. But honestly, the Fire King variant is probably the funnest variant among the Snake Eye variants I played. I honestly prefer playing it off pure in terms of gameplay, but in terms of deck building, I prefer the pure variant because I can fit the most non-engine in it, and I can also put crossouts if I want. Okay, let's display them off first. So I got this core for $700 for like the full Snake Eyes engine. Got the Chimera for free. But 700 back then was a pretty good deal because most people are selling for like 800 to 900. And this, I got this like before the ban list in April because everyone thought they were gonna hit Snake Eyes. But funny enough, they didn't hit it except the two extra deck monsters, which was Warlord Savage Dragon and Baron de Fleur. Let's display the Fire King engine. I still haven't played Ragbali yet, or Barong. I like Alvaro the most because I don't have to worry about Nib, and Alvaro has like a cool combo with Duel the Chimera. And I got this engine for like $50. It's pretty nice. It's the usually you have to pay like $60 for the full for like free structure deck, cause like they usually cost like $20 each. So yeah, next let's go into the Rescue Ace engine. So I was meant to get this for $20, but he gave it to me for free. It was pretty nice of him, but I still had to pay for 28 GST. I had to pay for the Facebook fee. The PayPal fee. So it was $778 in total. So next we got a package from DHL from Japan. So I got it off eBay. So now let's open it. And this is the last package that I got from April. In April, my bad. Okay. Express Worldwide WPX. Okay. Got that good old bubble wrap. I unfortunately couldn't find a way to change the coloring. I tried changing it the reddish, but it wouldn't work. So now let's open it up. So we got a thank you paper. I'm pretty sure in the back it was the WCQ sleeve he gave me. Or it was the OCG sleeve. Yeah, it was OCG, the Yuki sleeve. So this is Convenience Japan, has a QR code. Thank you, Japan. And he gave me Thank you for choosing my shop. If you send us your desired list by email, we will provide you a code. Let's build good relations. And gave me a paper crane. It's origami. Good. Yugi. I think that was the 2016 structure deck. The one with gadgets. Meanwhile, the Kyber one had ABC. Because I got the Kyber sleeves back when I bought an ABC structure deck, because that deck was meta during early 2017 to late 2016. But then Zodiac came along, so it lost popularity, possibly. That could be one of the reasons. Okay, let's open it up. So we got a Snake Eyes playmat from from YCS Japan, Nagoya 2023. So it's got Snake Eyes Flamboot Dragon as the sleeve, Snake Eyes Origin as a promo card. It says Snake Eye Dueru Seto. So it shows like the age range 9 and over. Then it has the 25th anniversary tag and the OCG's logo. So it says Teku 10 card, Tok 10 card, Ultra Rare Shio. So that's ultra rare. A dual protector, so 100 sleeves with the size 63mm times 90mm, and we got the dual field, the rubber playmat, which I got for my Snake Eye deck. So let's open it up. That was easy. Okay. Got the Flamberge, Snake Eyes Flamberge Dragon sleeves. Look nice. Especially because it has like that super rare foil thing. That Snake Eye Ultra Rare promo. Let's take it out. They usually have like this additional sticky tape on it. I didn't realize until that point, because some of my promos had like a bigger size and I wanted to get rid of like the stuff, but I didn't know how to get it. Didn't know if I could get rid of it. Well, luckily after this, I learned how to do it. Got OCG Ultra Rare. Now let's get the playmat out. The playmat. It's got zones, but it doesn't like. I'll show you later. It has the limited edition thing. It has the zones. The problem with these zones is it's not as visible as like the usual linked zones you get in playmats from those CG. Just like the one thing downside of this playmat. But besides, there's a nice playmat and I like it. So I got this mat off eBay for 170.23 USD. $17.03 for the GST. So in total I paid $185.78. So I think that's it for the video. For the April video. So I'll see you guys in the next video, which will probably be in another mail day, I guess. But after this video, you probably just see all my Snake Eyes replays that I've done with all the variants I've played, except Rescue so far, unfortunately. But I'll probably give that a try in the next ban list if the deck still has a. If the deck doesn't get destroyed by the ban list, like if they ban like the spell that you can set off Diabell, like Snake Eye, Subdivision or whatever it's called. Sorry, Simple Sports. Right. So make sure to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.